Okay, welcome to Preferably Biased. Parker, just take it away, sir. You wanted to deal with it?
Somebody was
late
today.
Are you fucking kidding me? The
Late.
second time I've been ambushed for being late in a crowd of people. It's
Well,
not
stop
fair.
being late!
Yeah,
Yeah, tell that to my mom, who has been telling me to stop being late since I was born. Like,
So you know it's a problem. You admit it.
I do.
that you're
I'm
aware of
self-aware.
this?
I'm working to be better. I'm sorry.
Were you born at like 42 months? Or 42 weeks, I mean?
42
Yeah, 42.
months.
That's how late she was throughout the entire 42
I'm
months.
still not fully born yet.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Just
dude.
it's not hard to not be late.
I fully see that. I know.
Don't you have a job?
Yeah, and I'm always late to that too.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
Jesus Christ!
Parker, so the other night we were at Gumbo Yaya's, and so in defense of them, 7 other comics were also late as fuck to that show, and I had to go up a second time and do like 15 minutes of crowd work in order to like just get enough time for Uncle John to get up there, who did amazing, by the way.
He fucking killed it.
I don't know who Uncle John
You don't know who he is? He's this guy who just gets shit-faced hammered every single time he goes to get up, and I assume he never records it.
And he makes everybody so fucking uncomfortable. Like, it's just always cringy, except for this time.
It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go up there and like shake his hand and be like, dude,
I did too.
I pray to God you remember this. Like, I have no idea, but this is what you need to do.
What is he? So what was different this time?
He did this thing where he compared boyfriends to accessories, like a purse. And he was like, and women defend their old shitty ass purse. Like, it's my purse. It's like, you need an upgrade. It's like, no, this one's fine. And like, it was so fun. He did that one. There was another thing that he did. I don't know. It was funny. I hope he does it again.
I can't remember it. I'm glad that he recorded it though,
Yeah.
because the whole thing, I was cackling like I've never cackled before. And then Sean Purvis got up there and just started like talking to the Latino chicks in the front, going, "Hey!" Like basically the whole set was like, "Remember that you're a Latino?"
And also like
Tortilla?
dirty talking to them to the point where it was like borderline sexual harassment. Like it was.
Do you have an outlet? Hold on, real quick.
I do have an outlet, right over there. What do you need it for?
Plug in something.
You're plugging in.
Your vape breath.
Vape.
Oh Jesus! As we know, Parker can't function without his vape.
Nicotine. Doesn't have to be a vape.
It doesn't have to be a vape. What about the patches? Have you tried the patches?
I haven't tried the patch yet. What I'm scared of is...
Yeah, well, you can't. What? I'll since we're over there, I'll say it. What Parker is afraid of is Parker. Go right ahead.
This one doesn't work.
Oh, I hate you so much right now. You okay? So first of all, you're becoming worse than Megan right now. She isn't here.
Sorry.
She didn't get here in time.
I wasted,
You're leaving
like,
in the
30
middle of the.
seconds.
You're leaving in the middle of the thing to be
Oh
like.
my god.
See, that's all I want. I just don't want to be the worst one in the room.
Oh, go fuck yourselves. Both of you are. Sorry, you don't have an outlet like a normal civilized
I have.
person. Sorry, you haven't gotten electricity yet. Is
Look
there
at-
a gas-powered lamp I can plug this into?
Look at all these
Fucking
things.
Dickhead.
Look at all these things I
So
have.
Exactly.
much electricity in here.
Look at all
Yeah.
these things I have to plug up.
So find one. Jesus Christ.
Fine, I'll unplug my alarm clock that I have to have in order to get to work
Oh,
on time.
your alarm clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll plug
A lot
it
of
in.
alarms
Here, give
today.
it here, sir.
A lot of
Give it
alarms
here, sir.
today for you.
Give it here, sir.
You need a lot of reminders.
I said when I came in here, I was like, oh, we don't have a guest today. That's great, so we can fight.
So true. Hold on,
We
I
showed
think I
up-
know who Sean Purvis is. Is he a little bit on the big side?
Yeah, he's big. He's a big guy.
Is he
It
a
was-
white dude, right?
Oh my god,
Long hair.
I cringed so hard that Ryan and I, there's like this little half wall there, and we both like hid below it. Like we just like removed ourselves from the situation. In my defense though, I was not super late to that mic. I was an hour after it started, which is not that
Yeah,
late
an
to a
hour
mic.
after something starts. That's not late at all.
And
Like today.
The whole room yelled
Don't
at
you
us.
have like doctor's appointments that you have to go to and you have to be on time for?
You think I'm not late to my doctor's
one's-
Oh my
appointment?
god!
No one's ever on time to their doctor's appointments.
I
was-
am.
This whole room yelled at me for being late,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
When I was doing the crowd work, I talked all of them to get everyone to yell at them later on once they got there and walked in.
Yeah.
And they didn't go as good as I thought it would because only like 5 of them turned around and yelled. And there was only like 15 people there, but I ended up yelling at all of them, going like, "You all motherfuckers suck. Like, this could have been way better," and they just ruined it for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I
was
felt
pissed.
shamed, so I guess that effect happened.
Good.
But in our defense,
Shame.
we went to Target first.
What is with you? Because it was Walmart this time, right?
This one was like necessities. Target was like, I just found out I was getting a bonus, and I was like, let's go to Target. I was unprepared for a 2-story Target. This Target had 2 floors.
Where is this Target?
Rockville.
It's a 2-story.
Yes, it had an escalator.
Oh, wow.
So you see what happened there.
I'm slightly amazed that your go-to after you get like a bonus or a raise is to directly go down the local Target.
Yeah, you can get, like, I got myself, like, a good smelling lotion. I got a new robe. I got some chokers, some crop tops. Like, I am very happy with my Target purchases.
What's your go-to store, Parker?
I normally don't go to the store if it means I'm not going to be on time. Whatever I'm trying to get to. I can wait. I go, those chokers, they can wait. Somebody's time is being wasted right now, waiting for me to get there, and I wouldn't want to keep them.
Parker, weren't we originally going to meet at 11:30 today? But then you were like, what if we met later?
Because when we first talked about it, we definitely didn't say 1:30. I mean, we definitely didn't say 11:30.
Yeah, and then we rescheduled.
Yeah, we rescheduled.
Right, when we rescheduled to 11:30.
We rescheduled. You can't reschedule. You can't go almost there and then 30 minutes later you show up. Did you just lie? Were you almost here?
It was almost there. There
Did
was
you-
traffic. There was traffic. Okay.
There was no traffic. It's Saturday.
That's why I thought I was almost here. Okay, first of all,
There's no traffic at
downtown
all.
Frederick on Saturdays, it's filled with traffic. Also, I was at
Walmart
Walmart.
is not in downtown Frederick.
I had to go past downtown Frederick because I had to go back to my house to drop off the
You
keys.
went to Walmart.
You said almost there when you're at your house?
No,
Before
no.
you were at your house.
I left my house.
I guarantee she left Walmart with the shit, said almost there, went back home, got stuck in the 5 minutes of downtown Frederick traffic on a Saturday afternoon, and then came here.
No, I said almost there when I was getting on the highway.
That's not almost there. That's getting on the highway.
It is almost
Almost
here.
there is when you're off the highway.
Well, now I know. No, off the highway.
It took you at least 20 minutes from when you said almost there.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
You people are acting like you've never been late to anything
There's
before
a
in your
difference
life.
between a pattern of being late and being late one
yeah.
time, okay?
Oh my god. Okay. Jesus.
Parker's more mad than I am. I'm not even mad.
Well, also, I love how you said, you're like, I will own it. And then you came in here and you definitely didn't own it.
I
You
walked in and I said, I'm so sorry.
You guys have never been late to anything before?
I owned it to an extent. Like, my limit of owning it was crossed when it has now been 30 minutes and we're still talking about me being late.
We'll keep talking about you being late for the amount of time you made us wait for you being late. That sounds fair.
Is that really productive to anybody's
No,
time?
it's not productive. We can go on to our first thing that I found. Okay, so Frederick has a new logo. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So this is something I think we can all agree on hating. Let me bring it up real quick.
I'll agree on hating.
Bam! Hey.
What the fuck is that?
Yep. And I'm gonna have something up for everybody during the stream here. But welcome to our town.
That is god
Yeah.
awful.
This is the worst thing I've seen in the world.
Oh no.
It shows a clear lack of understanding of color, shape, and letters
I
all
don't.
at the same time.
Oh god.
Did
Yeah.
they really pick a lowercase f?
They used in lowercase f, so it's not even like they're excited to be here in Frederick. They're just like,
Join the story. Is that our?
That's
is that
our
our
logo.
motto?
that's our town logo from our mayor, whoever his name is
Oh god.
that I should know.
I feel bad, like, being that mean to it, because somebody got to design that. It's like, it's so cool that my design is, like, the logo for
6-year-old that
Frederick.
designed that will get over it eventually.
No, so
What is with the different colors? They're all
Yeah,
bad. I don't
yeah.
like any one of those colors.
Yeah.
What do they represent?
they represent the different characters of Frederick.
Which one's the yellow one?
I don't know.
What are the different
Asians?
characters? Oh, okay.
Is it Asians?
Stop. Don't repeat it.
Stop doing that. Stop.
What are the different
Don't
characters?
repeat it.
Also, what is the red thing supposed to be? Is it a spire? Because I know that we're known for our spires.
What is a spire?
Like the top of the
It's like the top of
churches.
a
Like
tower.
Frederick actually has a rule that you can't build above the spires. That's why, like, when you're like,
Oh, really?
you can always see like Frederick's little skyline with like the church tops and stuff. That's an
that-
actual rule. You can't build above them.
Is that why we don't have any like 2-story targets?
Yeah.
That's the only reason, probably.
the only reason?
It's because of the spires.
It's this damn spires.
But no. So this logo cost the town $45,000.
What?
$45,000 of taxpayer money in our town went to building this. I can go on Fiverr.com and make a better logo in 30 minutes with $20.
Okay, so my thought when I was like, I feel bad, was like somebody clearly won a competition. Like,
No.
That's some embezzlement money right
This is
there.
embezzlement money.
This
This is insane.
that's fucking
Somebody
crazy.
wrote a children's book and is making $45,000.
I'm not even opposed to like having 4 different colors in it, but they're all bad.
Bad.
Like they're not good colors.
But why would you do a lowercase f for the name of your town? Doesn't make any sense.
That's not even what's bothering me. It's that the colors are so bad. They clash like crazy. Like they're not even like these are 4 different colors. It's like these are 4 colors that are gross on their own and put them together. It looks like they're the colors of like divider, like off-brand dividers that you get for your binder. Like you couldn't afford the cute ones, so you went to like the Dollar Tree and got dividers. And like that's the color scheme that you have. And like I don't understand the red thing. Unless it's supposed to be a spire, but like
It's so bad. It's just bad. The mayor should be fired from being the mayor for allowing this to happen. You don't get to be the mayor anymore after something like this.
Where is he getting $45,000 from?
Our tax dollars. That's what it's coming from.
and why
We
can't
paid
it
for
go
this.
towards getting a bigger target?
Do you know how, just in general, with $45,000, how much shit can we buy for the public schools in the area?
Oh my god, so much.
Oh,
Like at
Jesus
least
Christ.
7 textbooks.
Yeah, a couple textbooks. It's better than this shit.
Anything's better than this shit.
They interviewed a couple of the people around town. There's a lot of fuss about this. So there's 79,000 people in this town apparently, which I did not know
So
that.
each person gave like 50 cents to make this.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Frederick is the 2nd biggest city in Maryland, I think.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
I
I
did
think
not
I think
know
that's
that.
true.
After
After
Baltimore?
Baltimore, yeah.
Not Annapolis?
I'm pretty sure Frederick's
Annapolis?
the 2nd biggest city.
Annapolis isn't
Annapolis
as
is
big
not
as you
that big.
think.
Really?
Yeah, it's a pretty dense, but it's dense. But it's a small. It's like a
Sorry to hear
block.
that.
It's like a block long. Not even big.
No.
Because I've made a lot of jokes about Frederick being like nothing, and it's like no, actually Frederick's like the biggest city, the 2nd biggest city in Maryland. Like
Yeah.
Frederick's like on the map.
And we were on the come up until this. Now
All
no
of our
one's
hard work.
no business coming anymore.
I hate looking at it. It
Yeah.
makes me uncomfortable.
This is bad. They interviewed a bunch of people, and they were sitting there. What the hell was the quotes that said? They go, the main question that everyone had about the logo is why. Everyone's just like, why would you even do this?
Why does your town need a logo?
And I think we already had a logo that wasn't bad
Can you
before.
look up the old logo?
I will.
Also, join the story.
Right.
You can't make it say something real though. It has to be some platitude bullshit. Like, together we're better.
Well, why wouldn't it be join our community? You're trying to get
No,
people to
that's
move here and
too-
do.
Yeah, because it's a fucking story, man.
It's a
Like,
sto-
I guess I
Everything
have
of our
less of a
lives
problem with
is
that because like what
story.
town has a good motto, but join the story.
what's Baltimore has some motto that's pretty bad, I think. Or pretty funny.
What? Be careful.
Oh my god.
No, it was something like look it up. Look up Baltimore's motto.
What is Baltimore's motto?
Because there's on a bunch of park benches or something.
Baltimore's motto.
The colors look like if I bought like the cheapest crayons. Like these are some rose art crayon colors. Like I'm really off put by and people like so much thought went into those specific shades.
Yeah, they interviewed 100 businesses in Frederick, and then
They each got to put one.
yeah, I'm
thing
assuming
on
they
the
took
logo.
100 something from all 100 of them and got this, and that's what they got here.
That's horrible.
This makes me mad, man.
All right. Well,
Well, I don't live
Okay.
in Frederick, so.
Yeah, you have no stake in it, but
I
I'm
don't
about to
care.
burn places down. Like I'm about to arson up the whole town,
My
pretty much.
question is, who is Fred and who is Rick?
Oh fuck you, Parker. I hate you so much. Why-
He's
the funny
so
thing
pleased
is,
with himself.
he's like, yeah, he's proud of it. Proud of what you just
Look
said.
at him giggling over here.
Oh,
Because you
Jesus.
didn't see it coming.
All right. So, Parker, are you going to come out to the mic on Thursday night?
Depends on my schedule.
We'll try to make it out. It's the first one. The one at, we're having it at Kelsey's Irish Restaurant in Ellicott City.
If I do
starting
come,
at
I'll
9.
be on time, though.
Now, the real testimony is, will I be on time to my own show?
Yes,
Yes, I will. I will be.
Yes.
I will be. God, I hope I'm on time to my own show.
Very, very,
Just
very
don't
hopefully,
stop by
yes.
Target or Walmart.
Well, I don't have to because I've done both of them now. It's out of my system.
Cool. Next one's, was Sears still around?
Ugh.
I think Sears might be going out of business.
Sears, I
Yeah.
feel like, has been going out of business since
They
like
started.
1980. Yeah.
There used to be
No, Sears used to be the
Huge.
spot.
the Sears catalog.
Mm-hmm.
People
Get a
used to jack
tractor
off
and a
to that
prom
shit.
dress. Wow.
No, back in the cowboy
Used
times.
Back in the cowboy times, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like the two books people would have would be the Bible and the Sears catalog.
What era is the cowboy times? Like what time
Like-
period?
1800s.
They were cowboys then?
They're cowboys now.
Huh?
Sears has been around forever, hasn't? I was
Yeah.
like 1800s. Like, no, I think that's like accurate. Hasn't the
Yeah.
Sears has been a thing
The
for like?
catalog has been for forever.
How'd that catalog work? You just kind of mailed something
You mailed
in, so I want
something in,
this?
and they'd mail the thing to you. I think they sold even like houses and shit.
So it was like the original Amazon?
Oh yeah. And they totally
Mm.
could have gone digital, but they just didn't.
They fucked up.
They could have just been Amazon.
Now Sears is just like rotting at the FSK mall. All the imagine if this money had gone to our fucking mall. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done with the logo.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
moving
That
past
money-
it.
$40,000 doesn't go as far as you all think it does.
Clearly. Clearly, Parker. Yeah, we can clearly see that.
Oh god. Well, that'd be hilarious if they didn't even get like the vector image of it, so it doesn't scale at all. Like you try to scale it, it's just
It's gotta
grainy
always,
as fuck.
it's gotta always be this big.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't even make it bigger.
Uh,
Oh man,
that's terrible.
people should be fired, but they won't.
Mm-mm.
Do you look up the old one? What's
I've-
the old one?
I've tried to look it up, but I can't find it.
Never mind.
I'm not even sure if we have it, but I'll try to look it up while we talk.
Well, didn't it used to be like the whole word Frederick in cursive with like the Maryland E flag behind it?
City old logo.
Look, just Frederick right there is better than the fucking logo.
It could have been anything. No, I don't even know if we had a logo prior. There's our logo. It was an Old Navy, or maybe this.
No.
No, that's bad. Your town shouldn't have a logo. It should just literally say, "Here's one." Safe
That's the
City,
last-
Frederick.
Lassie
I don't know what that
project.
is. No,
What?
that's not it. I think
That's
like when
Frederick,
you would go
Colorado.
to Frederick's website, it was like Frederick. That's not it. It was them like it was like a cursive word that said Frederick, and then there was like Maryland coloring behind it. Like if you went to the city of Frederick's website, that's what you saw in there. Have they updated the website yet?
Frederick. Is it just frederick.com or org?
Just do I don't know. Just type in.
Probably Maryland. It's probably like a.
That's not it.
Okay, that is definitely not it. Who is
Nope.
this woman?
God, we don't even own Frederick.org.
Town sucks.
Come on, Fred.
And it's for a website that helps you like own digital stuff.
Find yourself more meaningful email addresses.
This feels a little passive aggressive.
Yeah, it does. Got email address? No, fuck it. I was seeing hey, actually I was in the big Facebook debate like 2 days ago. What's your guys' view on the naturalness of monogamy?
I feel conflicted about monogamy. I don't think it's sustainable.
You said why?
The idea of being with one person for like decades is like a little horrifying to me.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Parker?
I'm cool with whatever.
Just want to fuck.
I don't care. No, I can imagine monogamy. I think like monogamy is the worst form of like a relationship besides all the other ones, right? Like,
Right.
anytime I've heard of people trying to do stuff that isn't monogamy,
It doesn't go well.
It doesn't go well at all.
And people get feelings hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, are there downsides to it? Yeah, but it's probably the best one.
I think it's because we're so inclined to be jealous all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine if we didn't feel jealousy. Like, imagine if we could, like, maintain the security that, like, you're with a person and, like, them being, like, intimate with another person doesn't take away from your relationship with them. And, like, I can sit here and say that now, that, like, that's logical. Like, that makes sense. But then when you're actually in that moment, you get so hurt and you're so jealous and you're so, like, insecure. And even if you're in, like, a secure spot, like, I know now people who I've seen who have, like, open and poly relationships that it's working for them, like, it's going great for them. But it took a lot of work in the case of the people that I know to get them to that point. It takes a lot of open communication, a lot of, like...
Well, how's the relationship going there? Is it, like, 2 dudes and a girl, or is it a girl and 2 dudes? That's the same thing.
The one that I've seen be the most sustainable is a man and a woman who are married, and then she had a girlfriend and he also had, like, a long-term girlfriend, but they would all, like, hang out together and, like, they were engaged in each other's lives and, like, very chill about it. And there's this book that I haven't read yet, but I want to. It's called The Ethical Slut, and it's about polyamory. Okay. And how to, like, engage in those conversations about jealousy, because it's normal for us to default to being jealous. Mm-hmm. And typically those feelings of jealousy come from a place of insecurity. So then what you have to address there is, why don't I feel secure in my relationship with my partner? But it takes a lot of open communication. And my opinion on it, like, a while ago, was, like, I would, at a certain point, rather, like, have, like, a don't ask, don't tell relationship, like... You can go do what you want to do as long as I never find out about it.
Couldn't do that.
Now that I'm, like, in a different place in my life, I'm like, I couldn't actually get that. Yeah. I wouldn't actually be okay with that.
I feel like you'd be thinking about it all the time.
All the time. Yeah. Like, every time they'd be like, hey, like, going out tonight, I'd be like, who are you banging tonight? And then, but is it better for them to be like, hi, I'm going on a date right now? Like, and that's how a lot of the polyamorous relationships works, is you talk about it. You, like, you know exactly what they're doing when they're doing it. And that also feels terrible. Like, my partner's, like, out banging somebody, and I'm just, like, eating potato chips on my sofa by myself.
That's the other big problem that I've seen, is if one
it's not equal.
Person can get the people they want a lot more, it turns into
this person.
It stops being, you know, like, you start out, you think, if we'll just, you know, have fun with it, it'll just be all good. But then it turns into, you're at home every Saturday night and they're out every Saturday night. And you can't predict that either, though. You can't go like, oh, you're way better, like, and then when you try and put limits on it and stuff, the person goes, well, I thought we were doing this so we didn't have to have limits. And, like, it just becomes a whole...
It's a mess. And then also you find, like, if you're the one who's, like, not doing as well with it, then you find yourself kind of grasping to have that relationship with somebody just so it's like an eye for an eye.
Yeah,
like,
it turns into like a competition with the significant other there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So it requires a lot of open and honest discussion, a lot of open and honest work to, like, go past those things that we're naturally inclined to feel, like jealousy and competition and all of that.
The other problem is, even talking about it is, like, a risk. Like,
because you might, the other one might be offended.
If someone asked me, like, yo, do you want to, if we were in a relationship and someone was like, yo, do you want to open up this relationship? I'd be like,
no, I don't want to do that.
Out. You know what I mean? Like.
I think kind of a safer way to go about it is, like, things like swingers parties, like, doing something together, like, actively, you're both there.
And then you have an equal amount.
You're both in the situation. Like, going to, like, sex clubs and stuff like that together, I think, is a more sustainable way to go about that. And a lot of people I know who've been in long-term, like, married relationships have, like, tried those things out. And sometimes like, we just didn't, like, it wasn't for us, but other people are, like, into it. And then it's none of that, like, one of us is waiting around, the other person isn't. It's like, we are both doing this together. You're with your partner, you're, like, going with your partner, leaving with your partner, and, like, engaged in everything together. So it's, I mean, which just kind of comes down to, like, spicing up your sex life and, like, trying new things together. Because also they say that that's really healthy too, to try new, like, sexual exploration with your partner, especially if
you're supposed to do that. You're not supposed to just be doing missionary your whole marriage or anything like that.
Yeah, no. But like events like that, if they go well, you feel closer to your partner afterwards that you tried this like new taboo
people
thing.
just say that though.
Yeah.
If it goes well, I'm saying.
We feel closer. I watched her get gangbanged by 6 guys. Now
No,
I feel really close to her.
You still have that jealousy.
After I cleaned that jizz out of her eye, we just were the closest we've ever been.
I
You don't think people just say that a little bit?
I mean, I can see that people would say that, but that would be you have to go into it knowing that you might not like it. You might get upset by it.
Yeah, but then
and then you have to be able to talk about the fact that you're upset.
It's so hard. It's so hard at the end of it when you sit there and you're like, I might not like this, and then at the end of it you're like, oh, I didn't fucking like that.
Yeah,
like, it's hard to like talk up. You know what I mean?
Like you can't. Some dicks can't be unsucked, as as they said on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You can't
I thought.
Like you can't really come back from that. You know
and
what
I have
mean?
seen that like also ruin relationships. Like
Oh,
they tried to
yeah.
open it up and like I can't get the image of you with this person out of my head. Like
Yeah. That's like I know a few couples where actually I know two couples where one the girl cheated on the guy, they stayed together, and one the guy cheated on the girl, they stayed together. And I don't know how
it's never sustainable.
I don't know how that happens ever.
There's always so much resentment.
You never gain back any of the trust. So you're going to start here at 100% trust, and then once you cheat on somebody, you drop to 50. There's no I might be able to get back to 80% trust with that person at that point. I'm not going to get to 100%. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just don't.
I mean, I think there are situations where things are like circumstantial. I don't know. I'm not like vouching for cheating. I think most of the time, like it does, like it breaks the trust, and it also like causes so much resentment.
There's no
Oh, I didn't
time
even
where
catch
it's
that.
okay to
She said
cheat.
that?
No, I didn't mean to say that it's okay. I'm saying like I feel like there are cases in which people can get back to 100%.
Nah. I don't think you can never get back to 100%.
It's really it's super rare.
You can get close.
It's super rare.
I think it's like a 1 in a million thing, but I don't want to say never.
There has to be a change in the person, though. That's the thing is,
right.
If
Right.
you cheat and you stay the same person, you're gonna keep cheating. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're kind of immature and you're with this person, you cheated, and then you matured a bunch and you grew up,
Right.
then you can see, how
that was
it
wrong,
works.
all that jazz.
But if you're just the same person, you're just gonna keep cheating. Yeah, I thankfully, to my knowledge,
I've never been cheated
on. Never been cheated on. Never cheated myself. So I don't know. I don't really know what that's like.
I cheated once.
Oh.
Shame.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It was bad. I was in a relationship in high school, and then I went away to college when I was 18, and I cheated and got caught. Didn't come. I wasn't even big enough to own it. I got caught.
Yeah.
And
was it like a one-time thing, or was it? Okay.
It was.
Was there alcohol involved?
There sure was.
Okay, that tends to be the main driving of most
there
of
sure
those situations.
Was. Still not an excuse. Still
right.
not fine.
Yeah.
And that happened when I was 18, and we tried to stay together for a long time after that, and there was so much resentment and shit from that it didn't work out. And that was a situation where, like, I was young and stupid and, like, selfish. When you're 18, you're selfish as fuck. You're not thinking about how your actions in that moment are going to impact you down the line or anybody else. And it ended up crashing and burning because there was this tension of like, I'm not that person anymore. I did a shitty thing. Right. I was young and stupid, and like I now see like how terrible that was, and like have learned from that and grown as a person.
Right.
But never like they never saw that.
Yeah.
Are you getting your nicotine thing?
I'm getting my nicotine thing.
He's got to smoke after this one.
Parker's,
He's like,
I feel like Parker actually did get cheated on, and the stress of getting cheated on is making him get this nicotine right now.
It's bad. It's something that I still feel like
it's terrible.
Very terrible about.
It ruins people too. That's the thing. Is there are people that like
they never heal.
That have had like super big trust issues, and it's like, what the fuck? They're like, I'm sorry, but I just got cheated on in my last relationship, and it's just like, well, I kind of understand. Like, I'm not gonna keep. Like, it's not fair to me for you to not have any, like, trust.
Right.
Yeah,
you know
there's
what I mean?
people that ruin their relationships because of that. Because they've been cheated on, like, one or two people, and now they're in this good relationship that could possibly even lead to something, like, permanent down the road, and they can't trust that person because some other fuckface in the past fucked them over, and now they can't even trust this person that's, like, being a legitimate good person. I got a friend that's like that right now. It's like, terrible.
it rattles your whole world because you feel like everything's like perfect and awesome, and then you just get
And
hit
bam.
by you get hit like from left field. Like I own that it's a thing that I did and it's a mistake that I made, and it was at this point 6 years ago, and I still feel like awful about it. On the other side of that, instead of like breaking up with me, my partner at the time chose to hold it over my head, and like every fight we ever got in would come back to like, well, you cheated
Yeah.
on me,
Yeah, and exactly. That's
which
where
is
the
just
point.
nasty.
That's the point. Like, not the 100. That's the worst thing to do. Like, I think you should just break it up if somebody.
Yeah.
If somebody cheats on me, I'm immediately leaving just because I don't think it can work out.
It's
in the
the
future at all.
safest and healthiest thing to do at that point. If
Yeah.
you're not gonna trust that person, if you're gonna resent them, and you feel like that, you gotta end it.
Now, where do we draw the line at cheating at just sexual escapades, or
I think you
like
have
where
to.
is the line? Because I know
I got accused one time. One girl said I was like emotionally cheating on her because I had a friend that was a girl that I was really good friends with, and like I'd go over to her house and stuff. She's like, "Well, you might not be cheating, but you're emotionally cheating," and I'm like, "What the fuck is that bullshit?"
I mean,
Like it's unmeasurable.
what does she mean by that?
Like, because I was talking to her all the time, like I was basically in a relationship with her without doing anything, I guess. I don't know.
my thought on that would be like, if my partner is not opening up to me, not talking to me about their life at all, like not having that kind of like emotional intimacy with me, but they have somebody else who they've known for like the same time as me. Now, if it's like a long time childhood friend that they have that
Yeah.
emotional intimacy
Yeah, a
with,
little
I'm not going to
different,
touch
a little
that.
different.
But if there's like another woman that they've known like around the same time as me, and I see them like sharing everything about their life and like opening up to them and going to them for advice, I'd be like, this is a little fucked up.
That's called having a friend.
But the thing is, why would you not?
Isn't that supposed to be the relate? Like
Yeah,
when I'm in
you-
a relationship, I want to be able to
You don't
confide in that
Oh,
person
I'm
with
not
everything.
saying-
You don't tell everybody. You don't tell every. You don't tell.
I don't tell everyone everything about my life.
No,
you know
not-
for a fact I tell everyone
when
everything about my life.
You've never been in a relationship and you had something you wanted to talk to like your friend about instead of talking to your girlfriend about. It's never happened. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah,
I don't
unless
like, I don't like the shit where I eat.
But that's just me bitching about that person doing something I didn't like.
Yeah,
most
the
of
only
time.
time I do that is when I'm talking about my partner to my friends. Otherwise, I go to like my partner for all of, like I lean on them.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying like you can't come to both of us and that there are different things. Like I'm not saying you have to say like everything, but if there's like a clear imbalance of like you are going to this one person who you've known the same time as me for all of your stuff, like you're really only emotionally connecting with them and you're just not telling me anything about you, I'm like, what is going on
But that's
there?
all right. That's like
and that probably means you didn't build enough of a solid foundation to have entered into a relationship anyway.
That's like the. Well, I am very guilty of that. I'm like right away. We kissed. We're getting married. but
Trapped you.
yeah.
Gotcha.
But like
Gotcha.
the thing about like physically cheating is like it's very measurable.
Yeah.
You can go,
Yeah.
you did this, you did that. Whereas like emotionally cheating, it's like it's
You don't have
very
anything concrete.
debatable. Yeah, you're like, well, you aren't giving me, you're not opening up to me or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, well, like you can't really measure that. You know what I mean? The same way you can go, you kiss this dude at a party.
Right.
Mm.
What about a situation like this? So
Oh
say-
wait, I have
Go
a
ahead.
fun one real quick.
Go ahead.
So, I went out to Fells Point like 2 days ago. 2 girls there. One of them was in a relationship. One of them wasn't, and they kissed. Is that cheating?
Depends on your relationship. So I am bisexual.
Like both of them aren't bi.
aren't, or you said are?
Aren't.
It depends on their relationships and what their personal boundaries are with that. Like, I'm bisexual, and I'm on the fence when guys are like, I don't care what you do with women. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, to me, I'm like, oh, cool, I can do what I want with women. But also, it's like, that means that you're, like, invalidating the experience that 2 women have together. That you think that, like, me being with a man holds more weight than me being with a woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see that one. I can actually
That
get
makes
that.
So
that
I feel
perspective.
conflicted
But what
about
if you just
that.
think it's super hot?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's why, because you're totally, like, fetishizing, like, an
Mhm.
actual intimacy in an actual relationship. And I'm like, that's a little icky, but then I'm also like, but I get to bang women, though. So I'm like...
Yeah. No, because I know most guys, when it's like that kind of shit, it's like, I don't care what you do with women, because they're hoping that you would bring that woman home and they can get a threesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's mainly the gist.
Well,
in my head, that's what the gist
But
is.
it's also like, if you've been to parties, you see girls kiss every once in a while, and it's not like
Every once in a while, almost every party you go to, there's like two drunk girls kissing.
What parties are you guys going to, and
The
how do I
fun
get
ones.
invited?
Good
the ones
ones.
where it's 16 guys and 2 girls, and everyone goes, "You guys should
Gotta
kiss.
kiss.
You guys should kiss. Hey, if we
I've-
make this cup, you guys gotta kiss." And they go, "Okay."
I want to make it perfectly clear to Megan that I've never been to a shitty party like that. What Parker is describing right now.
Actually, I've been to exactly that kind of party and ended up having a brief relationship with a woman based off of we had to kiss after they made a cup.
Parker, did you do that?
Huh?
Did you do that unknowingly a couple years
I
ago?
predict these things.
you
They
doing
me
Conor
Mystic
McGregor?
Mac.
Not his.
Mystic Pack.
When I
Like,
hit a
turns
kick
out-
hot.
Like, I
Take
actually
over.
I
Love that
actually
guy.
bring my bro friends and tell them to go to the party separate from me, pretend we don't know each other, and like find a girl that I want, and I'm like, yo, tell them that if you make that shot that we have to kiss. Like, they actually wingman me up with that.
Nice,
That's hilarious.
nice.
The weird part was they made me and my like guy friend kiss.
I'll
too.
do that too.
Oh yeah,
It was
you kissed a guy?
yeah.
Damn.
Didn't like it. It was he had a beard. It
Was
was
it?
very weird.
How long was it?
Nah, we kissed as long as they kissed.
How
So,
long?
Like 3 seconds.
Oh
maybe.
man, you
It's a
gay
good
guy.
long
it was like
kiss.
it was
You're a
a
gay guy
real
now.
kiss.
Was there like moving of the mouth, or did you just like...
Oh no, we were both like just
Was
stoned.
there was like
we
one
were
of,
just both,
one of those?
and I forgot about it too. I remember
Were
we
you
talking
drunk?
about yeah.
Oh okay.
Duh.
It was probably way
I
longer
wasn't-
than
I
3
didn't- I wasn't
seconds. Then.
driving.
It was probably way longer than 3 seconds. Then. Oh,
I forgot about it. I just remembered that the 2 girls kissed, and then like
wait,
I was
hold
talking
up.
to them.
What was that?
Have you ever
I
burped
thought you were
before?
gonna straight
I
up
thought you-
barf on the floor.
I thought you started remembering the situation and began to throw up. Like that's.
No.
I thought you were like, oh, it was like for a half an hour.
I'm not one of those dudes that's like, oh, the thought of 2 men kissing.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I forgot. Like I was like, oh yeah, I remember you 2 kissed. And they went and they go, oh, but you guys kissed too. And I was like,
Oh.
oh shit, that's right. I had not dealt with that at all. Like I hadn't even thought about it. I was just like, yeah, guess I kissed a guy now. You know what I mean?
All right, did it, done it.
So
Okay, so is this? I don't know if this is cheating because this is something I've done in the past, and I don't
you
think
play
it
a
is.
Monopoly and you take money out of the bank.
That is not cheating. That is if the banker's not looking and I can do
Yeah,
that.
that's why
You're
you
a
always be
shitty
the
banker.
You always be the banker.
No, I like the danger. You know what I mean?
Oh my
No.
god, what is the example?
I don't want to talk about it now. Let's go somewhere else.
No, talk about it.
So
Too
if I'm
late.
in a relationship with a girl, right,
Yes.
and I meet another one that seems really cool, and then I fuck her.
The other one.
No, I'm kidding. That's not what it is. So I meet another one that's really cool. We start talking a little bit. I realize, like, me and my girl are having struggles, and then this one's really cool. I'm like, okay, I can see myself with this girl.
You
I
gotta
don't.
break up with the first one before you start dating the second one.
Okay, good. That's what I did. I just want to make sure the actual like
That's not
going
cheating.
out.
It's not
You
cheating.
can't cheat on someone you're not in a relationship with.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, is it okay to like test the waters with this one before you
Yeah,
commit to
like,
ending
go-
this one? And no, you gotta clean break one before you can start like considering the other option. In my opinion,
So you
Otherwise,
can't
that's
go
not
out and
fair.
get a coffee with the other one first, just to be like, how
No.
would this go?
because that's
Oh
a date.
no, not if you're like
Okay.
pursuing them.
Gotcha.
That would.
Yeah,
it's
you
not-
can't
I don't know.
go-
If that would be like technically cheating, but it's not.
It's not, and you could talk yourself out of it and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we were just like going out as friends," but in that
But you
situation,
know.
you were actually going on a date
Okay,
with that
then
person.
then I
No.
have cheated one time.
I mean, it's not like cheating.
like,
cheating.
I-
It's just not right.
Right, and then after that first one, I dumped the one girl I was with, and then went with this girl, and it didn't work out very well. But
Feels like karma.
yeah, that probably is what it is.
Her name was Karma.
Yeah, that's exactly who it was.
No.
Yeah, she
I
was
think
Karma.
that's the one that I kissed at beer pong that one time.
Mhm, Yep, that's the one.
My name's Karma. No, but here's one. This is one is like people get mad if you break up with somebody and like everyone has like a certain amount of time you're not supposed to date other people after you've like broken up if it's been like a long relationship.
So
Eh.
my thing with that, it's not about like respect to the other person or anything. It's like you need to kind of get back to yourself before I think you can
Yeah.
enter into another relationship. Like if you go like 6-year relationship, break up for a month, then dive back into a relationship, I'm gonna be like, oh, you're somebody who feels like you need to be in a relationship to fill like a void.
Yeah,
like, and then you're
yeah.
not like you need to like when my ex and I broke up, like We broke up like 2 years ago, but then like kept like testing the waters up until like winter.
Oh, you guys were like banging stuff.
Not really, but we like kept like trying to talk to each other, and like it just like that relationship died like in its sleep on its deathbed. Like that relationship went into hospice care, and we saw it all the way through the end until it peacefully died in its sleep, and it's fine. But we like watched that happen. But I had to take like a lot of time to get back to who I was before that relationship in order to like enter into like a new relationship.
Right.
I wouldn't have been fair to myself, and like I wanted to. I was like grasping at like dating sites and stuff because you want to fill that void when you actually need to sit with that uncomfy, sit with the fact that you've just like lost something, and then fill it back with yourself before you go into another one. Otherwise, you're going to be codependent right off the bat.
I agree with that. I just have a weird.
Ever thought about anything
What?
like this at all?
You
I
haven't?
No, I just kind of do
Your thing?
what feels right. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's
Right.
also fair. For me personally, I knew that I was going to, like, if one of the like Tinder dates that I went on that I wanted to turn into a relationship immediately after like exited mine, it would have been unhealthy from the start because I would have been codependent on them to already fill a void within me that I needed to fill
Right, because you
myself.
feel like you need somebody to be there.
Yeah.
Like, I've never really.
I don't think it's gonna hear you from there, Parker.
I guess like I've never felt like codependent on somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
I have a
hard,
guy
and
that-
it
just
happens
do
without
my
you
own
noticing
thing.
it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, my last one was very codependent. That's why it was like, and if you have like a normal, healthy relationship, it might be different.
Yeah.
Mine, I needed to like take a second.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I have this weird thing, which just the way my brain works. Regardless of like what it is, if I'm like betrayed or I go through like something that's really, really like depressing to me, it always takes me 3 days to get over it. And whatever it is, like the death of a loved one or like a really bad breakup or something like that, I would be in like an extremely dark place for 3 entire days. And then on the 4th day, I kind of come out of it and I'm like, okay, you got to actually live your fucking life and do this. I don't know if it's me suppressing it or if
Well,
it's me.
It's 3-day hump. It's like with
Yeah,
a
it's a
lot
real
of stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
Is
Like
it?
quitting anything. It's the 3rd day is always
My
the worst, and then you're in the clear.
when I was in therapy, my therapist would actually tell me, like, on those times where you just feel like you can't do anything, you just want to lay in bed all day, she's like, give yourself 3 days. Like, if it's really that bad, at max, 3 days. You can't do 4. Like, on the 4th day, you have to pick yourself back up.
Yeah.
And I found that typically by the 3rd day, I'm like usually, like, and it's really bad, the 2nd day, if it's starting to get better, I'll want to push myself, and I'll make myself take the 3rd day to keep doing it, so that by the end of that 3rd day, I'm so done laying around, and, like, I'm ready to, like, get back into it. Whereas if I push myself too hard, like, maybe I'll go 4 days of being back into it, and then I'll, like, slump back down.
Right.
But 3 days is, like, an actual, like,
Mm-hmm.
there's, like, stuff behind it. Like, it's backed up.
I agree with that 100%. Because I'll have times where something bad happens, and I'll be like, I'll give it that 3 days, and on the 2nd day, like you were talking about, I'll want to like go confront the person about it and try to like deal with it. And if I do it, then I'm in such like a fucked up place mentally that it's not gonna go fucking well.
Yeah.
So I try to hold that off for like 2 weeks or whatever, and then kind of just get my bearings straight.
Because chances are you don't even want to say half the things that you were going to say when you were
Exactly.
in that heightened emotive state.
Exactly. Like 3 days later, you're like, man, I would have been a fucking asshole if
Yeah.
I said that shit right then. But
See, I do that with, like, text fighting. I'm so bad at text fighting because it's so good. Like, when you start text fighting, you're just like, it's all consuming, and you're so mean over text fighting. You're essentially like on a YouTube's comment section with this
you don't
other
even
person.
feel like it's real.
It's
like
not
you
even
just
real.
feel like you're practicing an argument for the future.
Exactly. Whereas if you talked on the phone about it, you would not be nearly that mean and snippy. You wouldn't be like, and it's not even like necessarily mean, but it's like, it's roasty. Like, you just start like, you're in like a fucking roast battle with this person that you're supposed to be like loving and caring about. Whereas if you put your fucking phone down and took just like 45 minutes, you're not even like, you don't even care about the things you're fighting about. You just want to fight. Like, you're just like doing like the YouTube trolley shit. And if you put your phone down for 45 minutes and come back to it, like, you don't even, or like if you do that and it escalates to the point where you're like, I can't fucking talk to you right now, then like an hour later you're like, I don't even care about the thing that I like so vehemently was like,
Dude, I'll tell you something though. It's like this last relationship I was in, like, she would never fight.
She wouldn't
like,
fight?
Like, she just, like, if I said something to, like, you know, like, let's go. But you know how you have that and you're like...
Wait, she would just listen to everything you said?
Yeah, and she just be like, okay.
That's terrible.
I'm sorry. And I'm like it sounds good, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
no.
you're like, No,
Sometimes
like,
you need to fight.
like we
It's
gotta
not good.
fucking.
We gotta fight it out a little bit right
now.
now.
The other, like I've had other relationships where like I could never win a fight. Like no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
no matter if I, was really good, they just get like super mad or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you don't want either that. You need like a little bit of fighting.
Not everything
You know
can
what
be
I mean?
perfect all the fucking time. If you have a perfect relationship where one person is sitting there
Yeah.
just saying yes all the time and you're doing what the one person wants to do, that's a fucking dictatorship, and that
You're building resentment with that.
Exactly. You're doing that shit all the time. You're building resentment, and you're doing stuff behind that person's back to fuck with them. Like for example, my parents are named. One name is Ernest, and the other one's name is Patricia. My dad hates being called Ernie, and my mom hates being called Patty. All they call each other is Ernie and Patty.
Oh my
it's
God.
just like this fucking minute,
hilarious.
very low level hatred
Yeah.
shit.
Passive
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yes, it is disgusting. I hate
No,
it.
I would much rather like put our dukes up and fight it out than have like
Yeah.
2 weeks of a sustained passive aggressive.
Well, it's not even passive aggressive. You just feel like a dick. You know what I mean? Like if you say something, you're like expecting something back, and they just go, "Okay, I'm sorry."
Well, yeah,
And
that
then
would
you're
be
like,
awful.
Then you're like, well, no. You feel like you're like,
yeah.
like
It's like how much did I
punching
just hurt
somebody
you?
that's not punching back. You know what I mean? You just like feel like a
Yeah.
dickhead. You know?
I'm
see that.
inclined to get passive aggressive because in the moment I'm like, I don't want to fight about this. Like I don't want to be somebody who fights about things like this all the time. But if I don't get it out of my system, I will be passive aggressive towards you, and I need somebody to be like,
Mm-mm.
and I need somebody to like put their dukes up with me and like get it done. Because then it's like it ends up being like a 20-minute argument,
Yeah.
and then you like if it's
Then you're Gucci.
and you're good. You both got it out of your system.
Right.
You found a
And you
solution.
can kind of, and fights are also when you can kind of say stuff that you wouldn't normally be like
And you can-
allowed to say.
and you can
know what I
change
mean? And
the-
you can be like,
Yeah.
well, this is really pissing me off. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it also like once you start fighting, you kind of like anything else that you wanted to fight about.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It just
is you
keeps
get
coming
the-
and coming. Yeah.
But then
Like-
if you do like one of those like every month or two,
Yeah.
like I feel like
You're
you
good.
you clear the air, then you get to start
Yeah.
over again, and then you're good. Unless like it doesn't get cleared, and then it's like that's how you know that you need to dip out of that relationship.
Yeah, this is my end in a relationship. If you're in a fight and the person leaves the room,
Oh, I'm
midway
known
through.
for that. I walk
Are you?
out.
No.
I reach a limit where I'm like, I'm just gonna be mean to you, and I need to fucking go.
That's the worst.
No, that's the worst. Can't do that.
That's the worst.
That I will.
No, you gotta be mean.
I leave that woman immediately if she does that. It's like you're immature. You can't sit here and actually discuss the thing that we need to talk about in a relationship. And fuck this.
Now I get to a point when that happens. Like if we've been fighting for like 2 hours of going back and forth, then I'm
Okay.
like I'm fucking done. Like we need to call like
My-
fucking timeout.
My example is we've been going for like 15 minutes, and we've barely even gotten to the nuance of like what's bugging each other, and they're like, I can't do this, and then they're heading out.
Okay, no,
Like,
that's different.
Yeah.
No, mine is like or like it's the same fight for like the third time in a week. Then I'm like
Right.
like I just need to go.
That's a little. Yeah, I can see that one. That's a little different. You just want to leave then, because then you're not third fight 3 times like that week. You're not fixing anything at all. Nothing. No one's hearing
No,
the
you're
other
just
one out.
fighting, and it's just bad, and you're just like, I'm just gonna go home for now. Now, I seldom actually get to actually leave, because I always get chased out, and I'm like, don't you fucking chase me, and then I always get chased out. Like, it's just like
Are you
a
just
thing.
not very fast?
I guess.
Just
I
not
think
very
I'm moving pretty quick when I'm mad. I'm like sassy.
Is that how
like,
you run? 'Cause,
like,
if that's
like,
your
I'm done.
if that's your form, you're not moving quick at all. I can tell you that right now.
But I'm moving like, I'm stomping my way out of there. But
okay.
yeah, I seldom actually get the chance to like fully walk out.
Guys, I have some stuff I have to go do. So this might be a good place to cut it. I actually really enjoyed this a lot. This was fun. Everyone, thank you for watching Preferably Biased. Please like, share, subscribe. We have the Rockwell show this Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Frederick, Maryland. Ellicott City, Kelsey's Irish Pub,
9 p.m.
9 p.m. Sign-up's 8:30. And we're bringing a show to Mount Airy soon. That one's not going to be a mic or anything. We're going straight to headline acts there, starting in September at the Upper Deck, Mount Airy, Maryland. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Have a good day.